Welcome to the world of seated yoga poses, the foundation for deep breathing, meditation, and core stability. In this video, we'll explore the essential seated asanas, their anatomical alignment, Sanskrit names, and a variety of modifications. Whether you're a beginner or an advanced practitioner, understanding these poses will enhance your practice, support your posture, and deepen your mind-body connection. Let's begin our journey by discovering how seated poses form the core of yoga, preparing us for pranayama and meditation, and offering a gateway to flexibility and inner calm. Seated yoga poses are not just about sitting still. They target a range of biomechanical functions. These include forward bends that stretch the back and hamstrings, twists that detoxify and mobilize the spine, side bends for lateral flexibility, and even mild to intense back bends for opening the heart and chest. Each pose supports core engagement and stability, making them ideal for both beginners and advanced yogis. By mastering these foundational movements, you'll build a strong base for more advanced practices and daily well-being. Let's start with Sukhasana, or easy pose. The Sanskrit word sukha means ease or lightness, and this pose is all about finding comfort and stability. Begin by sitting with your legs extended, then cross your feet at the ankles, keeping your knees aligned with your shoulders. Engage your core locks mula bandha and uddhiyana bandha and breathe deeply using ujjayi pranayama. Raise your arms to lengthen your spine, then relax your elbows inside your knees. Turn your palms up, bring your thumbs and pointer fingers together in jnana mudra, and hold for 30 to 90 seconds. This pose is perfect for meditation and centering. Sukhasana offers a range of modifications to suit every body. If your knees are high, bring your elbows inside the knees. For a more inward experience, cross your elbows outside the knees and cover your face with your palms. You can also rest your forearms on your shins or cross your elbows with hands over the knees for a gentle back bend. Use a yoga block under your pelvis for added support, or try bound hands by interlacing your fingers in front. For a playful challenge, explore Garbhapindasana by looping your arms through and grabbing your feet. Twists and side bends add even more variety, making Sukhasana a versatile foundation. Siddhasana, or accomplished one pose, is a classic seated posture for meditation and breath work. To enter, position one heel directly in front of the other, or tuck one foot between your hamstring and calf. The focus is on aligning the spine and opening the hips, with the gaze directed toward the third eye, or Ajna chakra. This pose encourages deep stillness and concentration, making it a favorite for advanced practitioners. Subtle modifications allow you to find the most comfortable and stable position for your body, supporting long periods of seated practice. Agnisthambhasana, or fire log pose, is a powerful seated stretch for the hips and lower back. Sit with your shins stacked, one on top of the other, and keep your spine straight by placing your fingertips behind your hips. For a deeper stretch, lean forward, bringing your palms or forearms to the floor, or even your forehead down if flexibility allows. Twisting variations, like Parivrita Agnisthambhasana, add a new dimension by rotating the upper body and using prayer hands for leverage. Advanced practitioners can explore binding the arms behind the back for an intense hip opener. Half lotus, Ardha Padmasana, and full lotus, Padmasana, are iconic seated poses in yoga. In half lotus, place one foot on the opposite thigh while the other leg remains below. Full lotus involves crossing both feet onto opposite thighs. These poses support meditation, core engagement, and even mild back bends. Variations include hands on knees, salute to the Buddha mudra, and reverse prayer. Advanced options like bound lotus and raised bound hands lotus add intensity and challenge. These poses are deeply grounding and symbolic of yogic tradition. Lotus pose offers a rich variety of modifications. Try reverse prayer lotus by bringing your hands behind your back, or bound lotus by wrapping your arms around and binding the feet. For a dynamic challenge, explore raised bound hands lotus, also known as seated mountain pose A. Yogic seals, like Laghu Yoga Mudra and Yoga Mudrasana, involve folding forward with hands bound or using a strap. These variations deepen the stretch, enhance focus, and build resilience in both body and mind. Garbha Pindasana, or embryo in the womb pose, is a unique seated posture that combines forward bending and core engagement. In this pose, you wrap your arms fully around your legs and balance on your sit bones. It's a playful yet challenging asana that requires flexibility and focus. This pose is often practiced as a variation within Sukhasana or half lotus, offering a deep sense of containment and introspection. It's a wonderful way to explore the boundaries of your flexibility and balance. Baddha Surya Yantrasana, or bound sundial pose, is an advanced seated posture that emphasizes binding and leverage. Both knees remain bent and the arms wrap underneath to create an active bind. This pose requires flexibility in the hips and shoulders, as well as a strong sense of balance. It's a great way to challenge your range of motion and explore new dimensions of seated practice. Always approach advanced binds with patience and awareness to avoid strain. Parivrita Marichyasana, or revolved sage Marichi pose, is a deep twisting asana. Begin seated, bend one knee, and place the foot near the opposite thigh. The arm wraps underneath the bent leg, binding with the other hand behind the back. This pose targets spinal rotation, hip flexibility, and shoulder mobility. The gaze, or drishti, is directed toward the rear, enhancing the twist and encouraging internal focus. It's a powerful pose for detoxification and spinal health. Ardha Matsyendrasana 3, or half Lord of the Fishes pose, is a classic seated twist. Sit with one leg bent and the other crossed over. Then twist your torso toward the top knee. The gaze is directed fully to the rear, maximizing spinal rotation. This pose is excellent for improving flexibility in the spine and hips, and it stimulates digestion and energy flow. It's a staple in many yoga sequences for its balancing and rejuvenating effects. Marichyasana 4 is an advanced seated pose that combines a deep forward bend, twist, and binding. Begin seated, bend one knee, and wrap your arm underneath the leg to bind with the opposite hand. This pose requires significant flexibility and strength, especially around the hips and shoulders. It's a challenging asana that rewards patience and consistent practice, helping to unlock new levels of mobility and focus. Upavishta Pashasana, or seated noose pose, is a preparatory pose for deep binding. Start by grabbing your knees, then progress to crossing your elbows, and eventually bind your arms around both shins or legs. This pose strengthens the core, increases hip flexibility, and prepares the body for more advanced seated binds. It's a great way to build confidence and mobility in your seated practice. Understanding bandhas and drishti is essential for mastering seated yoga poses. Mula bandha, the pelvic floor lock, provides root stability and supports the spine. Uddhiyana bandha, the abdominal lock, protects the lower back and deepens forward folds. Drishti, or focused gaze, helps anchor the mind and body. In seated poses, common drishti points include the nose tip for centering, the third eye for inner awareness, and side gaze during twists. Integrating these concepts will elevate your practice and bring greater awareness to every movement.